build my gallows and build them high. Makes a long time climbing before I die.
Hello everybody, welcome to Shortbangers. I'm Matty.
I'm Colin. How's things, mate?
Good mate, good. Just looking forward to our last recording of the year. Last two episodes. So Shortbangers now, Shortbangers extra for subscribers that we'll do right after it.
Aye.
Looking forward to the next hour, aye.
Do this and I hope there's no football questions.
There's Mike, Hibs Trucker on Twitter had replied last night to our Longbangers one and said he'd been like kind of pits of despair and then feeling all right again, and then he got extra time and was fucking back to despair.
Oh, was he? Fucking shame.
I felt better after it yesterday after having a good old fucking moan, eh? Like, always feel better after a moan.
It's just frustrating. I feel like we're saying the same things all the time.
Aye.
It's the same. It is though. It's like, it's the same things all the time. That's the problem, eh?
Aye. Before I usher you on to the next thing, how's your day going?
All right. I've been off, so I've just been at the shops. So bypass was heaving. I'm glad I managed to see it before I got on it. So went round the long way, round the straight and changed a pair of football boots over. No for me, although I might start taking it up again.
You've had flooding over your way?
Just no. Well, there's big massive puddles, but like bottom of the road there is a huge puddle. But the roads and that are all right. The main roads.
There's a Facebook page called Fife Jammers, and they've got pictures of the big Asda in Dunfermline at Holbeath Road. There's cars underwater. It's fucking mental, eh? Cars can't get through, but it's actually, you can just see like the roof of a car.
Aye.
The
so was it just parked there? Presumably they've not tried to drive through it.
Well, I think they're
selling in a fucking swimming pool.
I think but it's flooding all over the place in Dunfermline. So I probably didn't have to be anywhere today. So
funny, New Year's, the last few years at New Year, it's been fucking brutal. The weather, eh? Kind of like Edinburgh's thing getting cancelled a couple of times, and certainly once, maybe twice. I can't remember. It feels like it's a frequent bad winds or rain or something.
You think maybe they could move New Year to the summer to avoid all this?
Oh, it makes sense. Like it would. You ever think about that though? Like, can these days in between, like for the 27th probably onwards.
Aye.
It's just like a wasted sort of. I take it off every year, right? And I don't know why, because I do fuck all. My wife's been working this year as well, so we've not even been sitting lying on the couch watching the telly like we normally do. Hammer a couple of series off right in between. And do you think we could just bring New Year like to the 28th or something, and just
they could bring it forward,
and then just extend the holiday to like a long weekend and say right, Christmas is the Friday, New Year's the Monday.
Aye. Because Christmas isn't. I mean, it's arbitrary anyway, isn't it? Christmas, like they just picked the date for Jesus' birthday to celebrate it. It wasn't when he was actually born.
No, as far as I know, or did have, like
now. Aye.
Presumably the king gets a second one now, but like I don't know. But just fucking call it. Just say this year it's the Friday the 28th, New Year's the 31st, or 27th or 30th, or whatever, and then you just have like an Easter weekend then, rather than this whole fucking thing.
Or you could end the year after June or July. Do you know, like June would be like halfway point. So instead of doing it at the end of December, you just say that's the end of that year. And instead of January being the first month, July would be the first month. And then you wouldn't have to cancel your New Year parties because it's cold.
And
a bit windy.
Too sunny.
You don't cancel a party because it's too sunny though.
It'd be like transmit. It'd be like watching the transmit in the telly rather than the New Year's, Edinburgh's New Year.
Well, that would be better because the music side was shite at New Year. Kind of if you put Jackie Bird on BBC and.
It's not even her anymore, is it?
Is it not?
Is she not retired now?
Oh, I don't know. I gave up on it. It just got worse and worse, didn't it? Kind of progressively.
Even the Jules Holland thing's pish now. Like that was good for a few years. But I'll go to the old man's on New Year's Day and he'll have it on and he'll be like, aye. Like I like Jules Holland, like, but it's just all fake, because it's recorded about a month ago.
Aye, you know they've done what we're talking about. It makes sense.
Aye.
Get out of the road with it.
It's too busy. It's too busy at that time of year. But what would you do? What would you do at this time of the year though? If you had your Christmas and New Year in June and July,
just stay in.
What would you be doing? Just stay in. Just hibernate.
Aye. It's fucking shite outside anyway, isn't it? Do you know, like,
I think that's a lot of folk are doing that anyway, then, anyway. Like that's what these days are. Just folks sitting eating.
Yeah. You could still do that. Just, but it'd be better to have the time off. Like folk take their summer holidays. You can have a big extended summer holiday. Yeah, your summer holidays plus your Christmas ones.
Yeah.
Have a weird holiday at this time of the year.
Possibly.
I'll write to my MP.
I was going to say, how do we take that forward?
Just write to MP. Phone the police.
MP.
Aye, sometimes I phone the police for ideas like that. I think that
999 or the other one.
100. Is it 101? I can't remember. It's speed dial.
100's
I've not checked that.
Is the operator still a thing?
I don't know. It must be automated now, the operator. They must have found a way to automate it.
Why would you phone it?
Don't know. If you've not got Google.
Aye. Although, saying that, we've gone out the morning's night, right? And but I need to be out by 10 for the place we're going because I've got the kids under 18s with me. And my mate and his wife are coming along. And he texts me the day saying, like, timings and shit like that, right? And he goes, do you care a taxi number? I'm like, no, I'm not Google. Like, I've got the same. You're messaging this in a WhatsApp group.
Aye.
Right. That I'm also in on my phone. You've put that in on your phone. Use your fucking phone to get the number. Like,
aye, I'm totally on board with that. Like, does my head when folk ask. It's like when folk ask what time's kick-off. Can you see they'll put a post on Hibsnet?
It's easier to go to BBC Sport and check that.
Just search it. Rather than post it,
waiting for something.
Aye, no, we're recording. We're recording. Probably should get some questions in.
As long as the timer started, I'm not bothered.
There was Top Flight Time Machine. We're talking about the speaking clock, kind of like numbers that they phoned up and try to remember. Kim, when you can answer, they've got it wrong. 1, 2, 3.
I was listening to that. Yeah,
that's it. I only ken it because what I like to do is wait up to maybe 2, 3 in the morning when it's dead late, and then phone them up and say, "What time do you call this?"
See if they're still fucking paying attention. Why would you do that now as well? Like,
I know. I can. Your phone synced it, isn't it? Like your phone automatically sets to the right time.
Even in the winter and that, it's like when the clocks go forward, clocks go back. You do because do you still doubt that? Like I doubt it. Like I was thinking. Your phone just changes in the morning, especially because I've always got, like, especially because it's a Sunday, I'm running her about for a football or that, I'm always thinking, right, I'll leave my watch beside my phone and then I can look at my watch, not my Apple Watch, my normal watch, because that's a manual twirl of the dial. And then when I get in the car, that confirms it, because I can't quite get the setting to work on the car that does that automatic thing.
My car, my old car, I'm not trying the new one, the old car changed it one way. So they did it automatically for the summertime, but no to put the clock back, which is fucking. Why would you not fix yourself? Like if you can how to do it.
One step forward, no steps back.
How long after it's changed do you still refer to the time 2 ways? 6 o'clock. It's really 5 o'clock.
I know. Obviously, I get that, but I'm bad for that because especially in the winter, because I've never been diagnosed with this, but I think I've got that sad disease to a low level, and I'm not taking the piss because I know that folk do have it, but I've got that thing where I'll go, it's getting dark already, like, and I didn't mean to do it, and Carol will be like, fuck's sake, aye, it is getting dark already. I can't help myself saying it. As soon as it comes out, I'm going, oh, why am I saying that? Or when it gets to February, like early February, usually when the Six Nations start, we sit and watching the rugby. The second game will come on and you'll go, it's still light outside. Right? It's because it's like 4:30 or something.
Should be used to it by now, eh?
Fucking hell, man. 44 years yet.
We're on the run and the nights are getting shorter in the winter.
I'm well on top of that. I know all that because I've got that thing that makes me. I spoke to a work about it. A boy actually had it. I used to work with. He had one of you got a lamp in your room or something that can help you get the daylight in that. There's other folk live by that. I can't remember what it's called, but there's a thing you can do. It's like a lifestyle that the first thing you do is when you wake up in the morning is like look at the sun.
Open your curtains and
and it's to help your body tune into like what time of the day it is, and because your body, folk didn't have fucking clocks in that in the old days, in the proper
sundials.
old days. Aye, so it was all done. Like your body knew when you were hungry, when you needed sleep, all of that. Whereas because you're on your phone to fucking hours of the night in your bed and that, or your iPad, or you're watching the telly, your eyes are thinking it's still daylight or lighter, so you're not sleeping enough, and that fucks up your sleep patterns and all that.
Who set the
Can't
time
remember
for
what it's called.
sundials? Who was responsible for that, for making sure they were all right?
God, or Jesus, one of the two. I'm not sure which one. I don't know if he delegates that out to the
Maybe
new man
Santa.
or not.
Aye.
Maybe.
Right.
one of these made up characters.
Right, let's get some questions. 150k on Hanlon Hill says this has got Shortbangers stink all over it, and it's a question about a dog. If a dog wore pants, trousers, would they wear them? And there's two options. One's like this, and it's covering its front and back paws and its belly, right? Yeah. Or just its back legs. So its top half would be.
I think I retweeted that one earlier on, actually,
when
it came in. So I've seen the picture. That reminded me of, I think, the live show where it came in, we had the vote and the
giraffe.
And is it the giraffe? Oh,
it was a giraffe's tie, wasn't it?
So it was. I couldn't remember what the actual question was. I just remember it was something like they were up high or round the base of their neck. Aye, okay. So it is different, but very, very similar. I'm going to have to go and remind myself how it looks. So I remember the ones with them on the back paws. I'm just trying to remember how it looked on what the second option was.
The back ones seem more intuitively right if I'm looking at it, and I think they'd be like easier to stay up. Aye, because I'm thinking the bottom ones are going to fall down all the time.
I've just went into Twitter to try and find it, and the first one I seen is Greta Thunberg's tweet saying, "This is what happens when you don't recycle your pizza boxes." How fucking funny is that?
Absolutely brilliant.
Amazing.
I'd never heard of that boy before, and then this happened. I was like, he went to do a wee bit of digging on him. I was like, what the cunt he is.
I'd heard them a while ago because my daughters were moaning about that. Something they were doing something at school, like, I don't know, modern studies, or I can't remember, one of the social subjects, and they were talking about them, just basically how much a cunt he was. Aye, it's got to be the back ones, eh?
Aye.
Because that's like, that would mean they would only have them on one side of their body on the first photo, because there are only two holes for them to go in, right?
No, I'm thinking it's a four-legged pair of trousers that it's putting on.
So on the second photo then, which are just on the back paws, where's the extra two legs?
No, different pair of trousers. It's not the same. Aye.
It's the same. We're going to manufacture a pair of four-legged pants.
You would have to have four-legged dog trousers to do the first one. Which again seems like a bit of a nonsense anyway, because the two-legged ones already exist. So you could just take kids' ones or small people ones and adapt them for the dog. Cut a wee hole in the arse for its tail.
100% on the back too. Not over the. You're not going to start creating four-legged. Because how would they have a piss in that?
Yeah, you need to cut holes and all that kind of stuff in it, don't you?
Yeah. Mind you, how would they have a piss in the second one too? It wouldn't make any difference. Yeah.
Mind you, it's a smaller zip that you do. Again, a button fly. We're adapting existing trousers for them.
But dogs just stop. Like that dog would just lift its fucking leg up and have a piss. You've not got time to unbutton it. They're not got a belt to unbutton it. They're not fucking bright.
My dog doesn't lift his leg for a piss yet.
Does he know? No. It's a thing that happens to a boy one, eh?
Aye. I think it's meant to a certain age. It's just a year and a half.
Aye. I think it's over a year, about a year maybe they start to stay in it, eh?
He just kind of stops and just stands like in brace position, pisses, and then carries on about his day.
Does he not even crouched in?
Nah, he's sort of, no. He just pretty much stops where he is. He maybe leans forward a wee bit.
He'll work it out, I'm sure.
Aye. You ever considered lifting your leg for a piss?
My balance isn't that good anymore, eh? Like, it's just no.
I don't see what the benefit for us would be in doing it. No, like you say, it probably brings me risks, and the reward is worth. Right, Guinness 2022 categories promotions. It says some traditionalists insist upgrades should be done on tenure rather than skill. How does this tally with humans existing for around 100,000 years versus crocodiles existing for 240 million years? When have crocs went to the moon? Never. Surely the humans deserve promotion.
Aye, over a crocodile, like we're saying.
Or other old animals.
I think it's got to be on. It's got to be an ability. Yeah, I mean, I think most places are coming round to that now.
Aye.
It's not the council. I mean, I think the council do it on how fucking long you've been here, right? But that's because you get what you get. Like, if no offence to anybody that works in the council, right? But they can, right? But it's good to be an ability. Although, no, I'm not bringing it into football. No, not talking about football. No.
What I'm enjoying here is just over the course of the year, the amount of categories of folk that you're making enemies with, because we've got honest trades already. That's in there. Council workers now. Teachers.
Aye, have I got in about teachers? Have I?
You must have done.
Probably. I do have some thoughts on that.
Aye, crocodiles and that are good, but they haven't really got their act together and mobilised, have they, to improve life for themselves? I mean, I saw a video the other day, a guy who had sort of dressed himself up as a crocodile and scared an actual crocodile away. And you're not getting promoted
no chance.
If you're falling for that, then okay, no chance. No chance. No. So if you're listening, crocodiles and alligators, which you can't really tell the difference between them, whatever, sort yourselves out, and then you might get somewhere. Stop moaning about it in the meantime. 150k in Hanlon Hill said, in the Goonies, why does wee Mikey's brother, Brand, have girls' PE shorts over his joggies? It's a very good question. And one I don't know the answer to, because even in the 80s, I can't imagine that was, unless, now I'm thinking about it, he was maybe trying to be Billy Thompson, the Dundee United goalkeeper.
We spoke about him recently.
Aye.
I'm just looking at that photo now. Has he got joggies in that photo?
Aye, they're just light ones. It's Josh Brolin, isn't it? The actor. A very, very young Josh
Thomas Brolin.
Nah, I don't think so. Maybe distant cousins or something like that.
Mm.
He was in, not Thomas Brolin, Josh Brolin was in No Country for Old Men. You seen that?
I heard that. Never seen it.
Fucking good movie. I'm sure I've said it before. It's the only film that's ever given me a nightmare. I used to kind of like when I was wee, like watching horror films and that, but aye, there's
I can't be arsed with horror films, man.
It's not really a horror. It's just it's like a thriller rather than a horror. There's a boy, Xavier Bardem, I think that's his name. Funny looking cunt in this film, and he's just going after Josh Brolin's picked up some money that he's found, and he's trying to track him down, and he's just fucking ruthless. It's like getting chased by death. And that was what my nightmare was, that he was after us. I've
seen that Final Destination, the first one. I think they ended up doing fucking hundreds of them, but I've seen that. I was like getting chased by death as well.
Aye.
That was all. But we done that by mistake. We went to the cinema and seen it, and sat down, and we're like, oh, this is a fucking, and like, so I think she was my wife at the time. Don't know, it was that fucking long ago. And she doesn't like getting on planes anyway, as it is, right? So the first fucking 5 minutes of that plane, this plane's crashing, eh?
Spoiler alert.
Oh, spoiler alert, right? But aye. So we're like, fuck's sake, we've got 2 years of this now, a horror film and a fucking plane crashing.
And about planes. It's a film that, by its title, shouldn't really have had a sequel, eh?
No.
Should have just been a standalone event.
I never watched any of the sequels, but like I take it was new characters, and it was just the same premise. They missed an accident. And
I think I maybe saw the second one. Maybe no. But I guess it's just the same idea.
Has to be, yeah.
Yeah. If you've cheated death, text out at 80295 and tell us how you cheated death, and also whether you're still wary of it happening. Right, Louise has asked, well, actually somebody asked her, and she's forwarded it to us, why does it feel more awkward for a body part to be accidentally exposed compared to walking about in the scud?
Aye. That's why. I guess it's because, like, like, when you're naked, you're naked, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's like you've made peace with it almost. Whereas you're covering it up for a reason, because you don't want to be seen, I guess, but the first time you're not bothered if you're seen.
So it's on your terms, isn't it?
Aye, it is.
And obviously, like, it depends where you are when you're accidentally exposed, because you're not likely to be fully naked, but you're comfortable with it in an inappropriate setting.
No. The only place I've ever really done it is changing rooms and that, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So it's everybody's doing it, so it's fine. Like, but I've never been like at the beach or in the swimming pool and you're giving your shorts maybe fucking pulled down because you've dived in the water or whatever.
Aye.
Like nobody else is doing it. Like, kind of, it's like that's the difference, eh? Your towel slips, kind of something like that.
Aye.
You've got your towel on for a reason.
What is it called? A wardrobe malfunction. That's where something goes wrong. But I bought a new pair of jeans the other week and the zip burst in them. But that's no exposing.
Handy though if you want to though.
Well, aye. I chucked them out.
Make it easier to go for a piss and that. You know, just return them.
Didn't keep the receipt.
You kind of sell stuff on eBay recently, right?
Aye.
I tell you this already.
I
know you know. I know you know that. Aye.
Yeah.
But the second part, so that's all went swimmingly. Apart from them keep my money on hold now because I'm new to eBay, and some cunt bought jeans 99p, right? Which you know I try to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
But they came in late, so I couldn't do anything about it. And I posted them all, so that's fine. He got them all. Courier worked really well. And last Friday, I get the thing in, wants to return them, 99p. And like, so what eBay returns means is he doesn't fucking return them, but you give him the money back, eh?
Aye.
And the reason for that is because I was just doing it the quickest way I could, right? So I must have put 3 pairs of jeans on and I've put them on as regular fit, but these ones were like fucking tapered or something, or slim or something. So he messaged back asking for the refund. And I thought, I'm looking into it going, they have to. And this is what's put me off. But so I've replied to him, the cunt's not replied. So if you're listening, cunt, right? This was what put me off. I thought, I'm not fucking just doing it, because I would break even out anyway because of the way the postage worked.
Aye.
Says in description regular fit, but slim taper fit, useless prick. That was the comment. I was like, oh, aye.
Is that
So I messaged them back. Aye. So I messaged them back and I said, mate, do they not fit? Because like they fit me. I like whether they were regular or no. So like it's the same fucking size. They'll fucking fit you, right? So I went back saying send the buyer a message rather than hanging. I said, wait, a message to the jeans don't fit. I appreciate I missed the style because I did, right? It's just the way eBay make me do it. I'm not actually a useless prick in my day-to-day life, right? Most of responded. So I don't know if he knows that the message coming to me saying useless prick or if he just went to eBay. But I was like, fuck you. So it's like, otherwise I would have already just went, I fucking have them. I was actually tempted to go back saying, mate, if you could send me a photo of cutting them up or burning them, I'll refund you the money. Because you're not getting them for fuck all. Like, you only paid 99p, you prick. You know what I mean? Fucking, that's what put me. That's why I didn't want to do it in the first place.
Aye, it's all a fucking hassle with eBay and fucking Gumtree and all the rest of it.
You have to refund the postage in that as well.
Aye.
Like, and you think, oh, wait a minute, this is a fucking minefield here.
Aye. Bollocks to that.
Because I sold an Adidas jacket and I got 25 quid for it plus the postage. I had to pay for the postage, obviously, right? I'm out of pocket on the postage for this stuff at the moment because eBay didn't send me any money to the 3rd of January. And I'm thinking, see if I can't ask for a refund. I'm like, fucking, I'm going to be done here because I've posted it to him for £2.50 or £3 or whatever, £3.50, whatever that was. It's cost me £3.50, but I could have just chucked it in the rat bag for fuck all.
Aye.
And that's why I'm. Anyway, that's an interesting tale for everybody. If anybody wants to help me, I'll give you his username on eBay and you can.
We can spam him with feedback. Right, last question is from Ian T. Said, if you brought a dinosaur back to life, what would it be and which public figure would you consider feeding it? And why do they all have tiny hands? The dinos, not the public figures. Don't mention Beetle.
Don't mention it. I'm going to mention it. Beetle's dead though, you can see what you want, eh?
Yeah, and I don't think it's slander to say he had a wee hand. I mean, that's just a fact, isn't it? He had.
I know, but you're not saying facts sometimes.
I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing or anything. No casting any judgment on it. Just the
fact.
But
it's the way you say the fact though, because did you see that? Like we were talking about that Tate thing yesterday. The Julia woman, I can't remember her surname. Brewer, is that her? She's got a double-barreled surname. You know, the right-wing sort of columnist. And she was saying she'd rather be on Andrew Tate's side before he got arrested last night. She said that. rather than Greta Thunberg's, because or I think she named her, but she rattled off like various things, including autistic, as if like. But then but that's a fact. However,
Yeah.
the way you say it, it's said in an offensive, derogatory way, isn't it?
Aye. But was she included it in a list of other things that were being derogatory?
Aye.
Aye.
I think so. Yes. Aye. From memory, it was like 4 or 5 things.
Pejorative, isn't it? When you use it like that.
Aye.
Like, yeah.
That's what I mean, though. That's what I mean, though.
Yeah.
It is a fact in isolation, but in the context of the sentence, it wasn't.
But this one, none of it. So Ian's no suggested that it's wrong to have it. He just asked why the dinosaurs have tiny hands.
Mm-hmm.
And separately make sure that it was clear it was about the dinosaurs, not the public figures. So even then, there's no implication that having
well done,
hands.
Ian. Well done for that.
Yeah.
What about?
I think it's perfectly well balanced. In fact.
So the dinosaurs all have hands. Never mind if they were wee or no. Or is it not just the T-Rex we're thinking of here?
So the T-Rex had wee arms. I think if its hands were wee as well, because you would think that its claws would probably. I mean, not quite in proportion because it's a big fucker, isn't it? But the 4-legged ones wouldn't really have hands. They've just got paws.
Mm-hmm.
Pterodactyls had, if I remember right, sort of wee handy things on their backs.
I don't remember anything with dinosaurs.
We could ask Ambra again. We can bring him into this. Right, if you're bringing one back, what kind of dinosaur would you bring back?
I'm definitely bringing the T-Rex back. I think it's the best laugh.
What were the ones that opened the door? Like figuring out how to open the door in Jurassic Park. They're the Velociraptors. They'd be up for a bit of banter as well. They're like wee T-Rexes. Still wee hands. They're not quite as scary as the T-Rex.
You'd want the least scary one, I suppose, as well. Unless you're taming it. And then it's, if you're in control of it, if you're its master. I'm assuming I'm going to pick the T-Rex.
Yeah.
I watched Rob Beckett. You see Rob Beckett, the comedian, he done it. It was live show when it was on Sky One or whatever. It's not called Sky One anymore. Main Event or Sky Showcase.
Right.
And he done a wee bit, and he mentioned the T-Rex yesterday. He was talking about somebody rolling a fag, not a joint,
it's a cigarette, like a roll-up cigarette.
Cigarette, aye, that's the word. And he was doing the thing. It was quite funny. But aye, it was a T-Rex. He was talking about as well. So I'm going T-Rex, and I would feed it. I would feed it one of the horrible celebrities, if we're calling it that, like the ones we've already mentioned previously in the last half hour. Or then they've got the other ones like Farage and Trump and all the boys. One of these kinds.
Aye. Aye, much the same.
Well, that would be my pile of people, because it would be more than one. You'd have to feed them.
Aye.
So I would start for the right and work my way through to the left.
Well, you do that with the T-Rex, so you can have the bigger ones. You'd have like Gove and Rees-Mogg, who've not got that much about them. There's not a lot of meat in them. Aye. So they would probably be better for the Velociraptor. You could just find more folk like that. Kate Hopkins and. So
you'd go quality. You'd go quantity. The people.
Aye.
I'd go more on the quality of the cunt.
Aye. Right. That's us. If you're not a subscriber, this will be the last episode you'll hear from us this year. And quiet at the back there with the cheering. We'll be back in the new year with Longbangers, Shortbangers. We'll be resurrecting Hibs as well. So watch out for that. That'll look slightly different when we release it. Keep your questions coming in. Thank you very much for the questions that have come in throughout 2022. It's probably been, well, we say it's probably our favourite episodes to record now, Colin, isn't it? The Shortbangers ones, because
aye, the football's a good
giggle for us when the football's shite. And obviously we had the live show this year, so thanks very much for the folk that came along to that. It's been bro, good laugh. Hope you have enjoyed it, and thanks for the support throughout the year. Hope you all have a great new year. If you're a subscriber, you're going to get an extra episode, and we'll do a wee bit more of this at the end just to make it sound like we're nice people.
Well, thank you. I really love that.
Aye. So, thanks for tuning in over the year, and we'll see you next time.
Well, they trailed me down when I broke free. I drank all the whiskey in Tennessee. I don't drink water, no, you know.